Hello people, in today's video we are going to see about marketing mix and 4 P's of marketing. Those are product, price, place and promotion, and how a businessman can generate sales and more sales and customer and make his product more viral by using these marketing mix in his marketing strategy. So let's start. Firstly, we will be understanding what is marketing mix and 4 P's of marketing. Then we will go to we will be coming on to the 4 elements of marketing mix, and then we will also discuss some real life examples, real life case studies. So let's start with the what is marketing mix? It is a set of 4 P's, 4 P's, that is product, price, promotion and place, and these are the 4 pillars of any of the marketing strategy in a business. Here the 4 P's of marketing will help you leverage your marketing strategy, and will make if you understand your 4 P's, then you can make your marketing strategy more effective, and you can make it easy for a customer to find your product and to buy your product which you want to sell. So by using this using 4 P's, you can make your marketing strategy more effective, and also you can generate more sales. And marketing mix will also help you to position your product in the market in such a way that the customer tend to buy your product than your competitors. This will give you a clarity that what should be my product, what should be the price of the product, so that people buy my product, where should I place this product, how it will reach to my customers. So these things are included in a marketing mix. So now we will be discussing 4 elements and how this can help your business to get more sales. So let's start with the number one element, that is product. Product is the most important element in the 4 P's. The 4 P's, the most important P is product, because if you don't have a product, then what is the use of price, place and promotion? And product is why that much important, because if you make something which is not adding value to the society or your customer, if it is not solving the problem, if it is not in demand, then your product will fail. If you keep the price so low, then also people will know they will not buy your product, because it is not adding value for them. Whatever the price they are paying, they are not getting the value from your product. So if a product is useless, then other things are also waste. So in 4 P's, the important P is a product. So first let's start with a product. Product is something which a business or a company offers its customer to buy. One thing which I forgot to say you that before applying marketing mix to build marketing strategies, before that you build a good customer persona or buyer persona of your business. So and it should be very clear, your buyer persona. So that buyer persona will help you describe your product, price, placement and everything. So first build a buyer persona, and if you want me to make up how to build a buyer persona, then comment below. So let's continue with the product element. Now before getting a product into the market, you have to understand your customer. If you have made your buyer's persona, then you can understand your customer, and you can understand and you can solve their problem. You can understand their problems and try to solve their problems with your product or service. And you need to add value. If you can't solve the problem, then you have to add value. The most important thing is before bringing product to your customer, you have to think that is that product adding value or solving the problem of the customer or not. So if it is solving and if it is valuable, then you can bring it to your customer. But if it is of useless for the customer, then don't. If you like the product and it is useless for the customer, then don't bring it, because it will not give any sales. so understanding product, and here you have to also see that the product which you are selling and the problem through that product which you are solving, is your competitors also selling the same product and solving the problem. So if the competitor is also doing the same thing, then you have to do something unique. You have to add some more value in your product, or you have to solve any different problem. You have to make something more unique, or you have to add some more value than your competitors. You can see what your competitors is selling, and then decide which product you have to bring. Also you can you have to one more thing you have to see is the problem which you are solving through your product. See in the market which other product can solve the same problem. If there is one alternate product which can solve the same problem, then you have to see what are its prices, which problems it is solving. Those things you have to see. Now next we will see how to decide the price of a product. Now in this we have seen that how to decide a product which you want to offer to your customer. You have to see two things. The problem which you are solving through your product, is your competitors also solving the same problem, or still one next thing which you have to see is there any alternative product which is solving the same problem or not. So by seeing this you will get a clear idea that which product should I bring into the market and not. So second thing is price. Now price is very much important for a product. Okay, so price decides whether the customer will buy or not. So and price is the amount which a customer pays for a product in exchange of the value the product is delivering to the customer. Now if you try to add more value, you can get more price from your product. Now setting a price for your product is very difficult task. If you want to show your product as a premium or luxury product, you can keep a higher prices. If you want to penetrate into the market and want to capture as many as customer then you have to keep very low discounted prices. So prices varies from which type of objective do you have. So deciding the prices is very much complicated task. In deciding the price, you have to see two factors, the same factors. What competitors are selling at the same product. If the competitors are selling, see at what price they are selling at, and if the product which you are selling, the features of that product if there is any alternate product which also have the same feature, see that at what price they are selling. So you have to do a market research, and then you have to set your product price. Let's see an example of Walmart and DMart. So what is their pricing strategy? Why are they so successful? So whenever they open their store, they bring the products in very much bulk. So they give a very bulk orders through which they can sell in a very less cost. This is the one strategy they use. And also one more strategy in pricing strategy, what they give to customer is they bring an offer of something very much essential, like onions or tomatoes or some vegetables. They bring that they sell those vegetables or something at very cheaper rates. They sell that at losses. No one in the city or area cannot sell at that price. So people get attracted towards the store. The rumors start in the word of mouth starts in the city that DMart or Walmart is providing a kg of tomatoes at a very cheaper rates. Let's go there for the shopping. Now when a customer is coming to DMart or Walmart, they don't take only one thing. They don't come to shop only one thing. They buy 2, 3, 4 more things. So DMart and Walmart make their profits by selling the other things. They attract customer by keeping a product at very cheaper rates. They sell one product at very at losses and to attract customer and sell them that other products from which they are making the profit. So this is an example of a case study of Walmart and DMart. Let us see one more thing that in theaters and all, when they are selling the popcorn, they want to sell the middle one. The main aim of the popcorn seller is to sell the second medium size of the popcorn, but there are two popcorns still, small size and the large size, and the pricing of the three is like the small will be 10 rupees, the medium will be 20 rupees, and the large will be 50 rupees. Whenever someone wants to buy the popcorn, if he sees the pricing range, when he sees the small one, he thinks that it is too small. Okay, but when he sees the bigger one, he thinks that it is too expensive, so he attracted towards the middle one. If the popcorn keeper have only kept the two popcorns, small and medium, then many of one will prefer small one, but he have kept three more, so that the bigger one should look more expensive, so that people will tend to buy the medium one, and he makes more profit in the medium one. So these were two examples, how pricing plays a role. So you have to you have to set the pricing of your product very carefully. Okay. So next come to the third point, that is place. Place of a product, it is a platform or the channel through which the product is reached to the customers. So here you have to decide so which medium or which platform you have to choose to sell your product to your customer, to where your customer can buy your product. You have to decide that through stores or through franchisee or online or through wholesaler distributor, through how you want to sell your product to your customer. There you have to decide how your product will reach to your customers, and where you will place your product to get more and easy sales. It should be easy for the customer to buy the product. In that perspective, you have to think where can I sell my product so that I can so that customer feel easy and I get more sales. And also one more thing you have to keep in mind is it should be cost effective and it should be efficient. The product which you are selling through the platform or the channel should be efficient, and it should not affect your sales, or it should not increase your cost. And here you have to once again see how competitors are selling their products, through which channel they are selling. Find out the alternative channel which is more cost effective, or which is more fast, or which is more efficient. So likewise you have to study the market and you have to find the best channel for your product. Now let me give one example of IKEA. So what IKEA did? Now IKEA is a furniture store. Okay, IKEA is a furniture company. They sell furniture. Now before IKEA, the people who were selling the furniture, what was their supply chain? The parts were manufactured first, then it was assembled, then it was transported through big large lorries and trucks to the warehouses, and from warehouses they are delivered to the destination. So this was the supply chain. But what IKEA did the different, why IKEA is so successful, because they have removed the assembly part of the supply chain. By doing this, what benefit they got was, when the parts of their furniture were manufactured in the factory, those furniture were directly packed into boxes, which can piled up one upon the other. But whereas once the furniture is assembled, it cannot be piled up. It will damage the entire furniture. So when the furniture parts were piled up, were kept in the box, and that could piled up. So the transportation cost was very low, warehousing cost was very low, and also it delivered to the customer at very cheaper prices. The furnitures today in the world are more cheaper at IKEA itself. So this was the strategy, that they have just removed the assembly part of their supply chain, and through that they got too much of benefit. It was very much cost effective, whereas other furnitures were also assembling the products, and then they were transporting and delivering to the customer. So this was a small case study of IKEA. Now the last element of 4Ps is that promotion. Now you are all set with the product, its price, its placement and everything. Now you have to decide how you will promote it to your customer, so that as many as people will know about your product. So to promote your product, you can use advertisements online as well as offline. You can give discounts, so you can also give a referral scheme, so that the more and more people will join with your product. So how you will promote your product? And you have to decide the method of promotion on basis of it should be very less cost, in as less as possible cost, how you can reach to as many as people. Also how effectively is your campaign, the promotion what you are promoting your product, it should be very much effective and fast, that you have to cover your audiences as soon as possible. Your competitors should not be faster than you, so you have to take care of that. And promoting your product will decide the the brand, and it will establish the brand in your market. So promoting your product is a little bit difficult one, and it needs too much of investment, but you have to choose the right promotion strategy. Let me give an example of Red Bull. So when they established when they launched their new drink Red Bull, so there was too much of competition, and they were thinking that how they will market themselves, how they will promote themselves to get more sales. So what they did was, they bought empty cans of a Red Bull and crushed them, as if after drinking the tin or can, how we crush them, in such a manner they crushed a lot of cans, and made a team of workers, and those workers were spent whole night in the city to distribute those empty cans, crushed and empty cans, in the whole city, in dustbin, in garbage, on footpath, and everywhere. So that what happened next day is, when people came out on the streets, they saw that there was a many empty cans of a Red Bull. So people were confused that why which drink has came in the market, and they thought that this drink had a much demand in the market. So what they did, they went to store and thought to try the new drink. So like this, they have captured a lot of market share with very less cost. If they could also go for banners, advertisement, pamphlets and all, but they went with a unique style of promoting their product to the as many as customer as possible. And with a lot of competition in the energy drink market, they are now the number one energy drink seller. So this was a small case study of a Red Bull. Okay, you have to see how you can promote your product as unique as possible, so that at a very less cost, how you can reach to people, as many as people as possible. So this is it. If you follow and implement these 4 P's in your marketing strategy, it will give you a massive success in your marketing strategy, and also it will generate sales. So that is it. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.